take a look at some special angle pairs and then a few homework problems that I gave you this weekend. Fourth period had a little bit of a time issue, so they might be a little iffy on this. Y'all might be curious about this, so this is an important video for you. Let's get started. So first thing, we're going to look at some of the common angle pairs that we're going to deal with. When we have two angle pairs, well, two angles, we can form the complement. Now the complement basically is when angle 1 plus angle 2 add up to equal to 90 degrees. So we have two angles that have to equal to 90 degrees. So whatever they are, okay? Supplement is going to be 180 degrees. Hopefully these are review items for you. Linear pair is when we have a line whose adjacent angle is right here on the line, and it forms a linear pair. Angles 1 and angle 2 are a linear pair. This is 180 degrees. They are also supplemental. Vertical angles is when we have two lines or segments intersecting and they're opposite of each other. So I have an angle here and an angle here. These are vertical angles. In addition, if I were to do a different angle, this is the one right here, say call this angle 3 and angle 2, those would also be vertical angles. So 1 and 4 would be vertical angles. 2 and 3 would be vertical angles. They have a very special relationship because we can easily prove that vertical angles are congruent. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some examples. Here we have basically when two angles add up to each other to 180, they are supplemental. So this is a supplemental pair. Supplemental pair. I'm going to abbreviate a little bit. And what we need to do is find the angle G. So if these add up to 180, all we do is just do 4x plus 8x is equal to 180. Well, 12x is equal to 180. So we just figure out how many times does 12 go into there. So it goes 10 plus 5, so 15 times. All right. And of course, we would just plug in 15 here. 80 plus 40, 120 degrees. This means this has to be 60 degrees. All right. So that is one type of angle pair. Let's take a look at another one. All right, so what we have here is angle 1 and 90 degrees. These are vertical angles. They're straight across from each other. That means this is equal to that. Because if this is a linear pair, this would also have to be 90, and this would also be 90, and so on. Okay, so these are just basically equal to each other. So that is basically linear. All right. So if these were, vertical angles. So if these were vertical angles, they're not drawn very well. This would actually be a pretty bad example. I would not give something like that on a quiz or a test unless I actually specified these are vertical angles. But they're not even drawn it, so it doesn't even make any sense. So that homework problem I would just brush over. Now what we have here is a linear pair. This right here is 180 degrees. So we add this plus that is equal to 180. So we have 9x minus 27 is equal to 180. And we would solve that equation. I'm going to add 27 to both sides. So that gives me 207. 9x is equal to 207. So 99 goes into 207. That's going to be 23 times. All right, so 23. X is equal to 23. Goes into 180 20 times. That gives me a 27, so that would be an additional 3. All right. Now to find AEB, we simply plug in AEB. We plug in 23 right here. So 5 times 23 minus 27. That's 115 minus 27. Well, that's 15 to the plus side, so I got to take another 12, so we're looking at about an 88. All right. All right, let's take a look. I think I have one more example for you. I do not. So I'm going to go ahead and get these posted. We'll go over these in class in detail and maybe a little bit more on the distance formula as well.